Today we are going to learn about energy flow. You all know energy is required by every organism, every living organism, every living thing. Energy is essential in order to maintain all the physiological processes, metabolic processes, everything. Energy is required for each and every organism. Here energy flow or energy transfer has to be there in order to maintain the ecological equilibrium. There should be an equilibrium. There should be a balance in an ecosystem. You all know different kinds of ecosystems are there. And you all know the sun is the chief source of energy. Solar energy is a chief source of energy. Here sun is giving, suppose 100% of energy sun is giving. And it has to be balanced. The ecosystem has to be balanced. Here 100% of solar energy is reaching to the earth's surface. It is reaching to the earth's surface means in order to maintain equilibrium. In order to maintain equilibrium, what is happening? More than 50% of heat energy means energy in the form of heat. It is reaching back to the atmosphere. It is going back into the atmosphere. Okay, here 50% we can say it is a photosynthetically active radiation. Photosynthetically active radiation. In light. In light, you all know with your colors will be there. Different light rays will be there. Lights. Okay, photosynthetically active radiation will be there in the solar energy, in the light. Okay, and heat also will be emitted here. 50%, more than 50% of energy will be returning into the atmosphere, and only plants 2 to 10% of heat energy or energy is trapped by the or captured by the plants in order to prepare the food material for in order to make the photosynthesis process. Photosynthesis process, you all know, the plants will be capturing or trapping the solar energy and they will be preparing the food material. Yes, by utilizing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and chlorophyll pigment will be there. Chloroplast is there. In the chloroplast, chlorophyll pigment will be there, and by utilizing water also, here the food material, the carbohydrates and the starch is prepared by the plants. Here these are providing us food. That is why they are known as universal food providers. Producers are nothing but here green plants, photosynthetic and chemosynthetic bacteria. Okay, plants are the universal food providers, and we all are depending directly or indirectly on the plants only, on the producers. We all are depending directly or indirectly on the producers. And here the solar energy is trapped. Here energy is trapped by the producers and it should be transferred to another trophic level. Here the transfer of energy from one trophic level to another trophic level or different trophic levels, if the energy is transferring, means that is known as energy flow. That is known as energy flow. The transfer of energy through a food chain. This is a food chain. Producer, primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, and the top carnivore. It is a linear. It is indicating the dependency, food dependency in an ecosystem. Those are known as in order to maintain the equilibrium, these all trophic levels will be there, and it is indicating that food dependency. Okay, here PAR means photosynthetically active radiation is more than 50%. Here how much percentage is trapped or captured by the plants means 2 to 10% only captured by the plants in order to prepare the food material. And here how much amount of productivity is there in the producer, is there in the plant, means only 1 to 5% of gross primary productivity. Gross primary productivity. You all know primary productivity and secondary productivity. Yes, primary productivity. It is a rate. It is a rate of production of organic matter in a particular area and a particular time period. Yes, that is known as primary productivity. And in that primary productivity also two types. Gross primary productivity is there and the net primary productivity is there. Gross primary productivity means what? Total amount of biomass, total amount of energy, whatever it is synthesized by the producer, whatever it is synthesized by the producer, that is known as gross primary productivity. And the net is we are reducing, we are subtracting the what? Respiratory losses. Here gross primary productivity is only about 1 to 5% at the producer level. Here this solar energy, whatever the solar energy is there in the atmosphere, the solar energy is trapped by the producer and this solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Chemical energy here in the producer. Okay, that energy, this chemical energy is transferring into next trophic level. Okay, here coming to the standing crop. Standing crop. What is this standing crop? Here at each trophic level certain amount of living material at a particular time. This is a trophic level. Trophic level means what? Producers will be at the bottom, next primary consumer, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer, top carnivore, depending upon the organism, depending upon the food habitat. Here we are placing them in a particular trophic level. Here at each trophic level, what is there? Some amount of organic matter will be present. Okay, some amount of organic matter, some amount of energy will be present in a particular time period. In a particular time period. Okay, certain amount of living material or living means organic matter or the biomass is present in a particular time period. That is known as standing crop. Okay, the standing crop will be there at each trophic level. Okay, standing crop will be there in each trophic levels, means primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumers, tertiary consumers. At each trophic level, some amount of living material or the organic material will be there in a particular time period. That is known as standing crop. Next, bioenergetics. Here we will means if you study the energy transfer. Energy transfer if you are studying means that study is known as bioenergetics. Here the study of energy transfer between different trophic levels. Study of energy transfer between trophic levels. Here energy transfer, the study of energy transfer, that is known as bioenergetics. Here this transfer of energy is depending upon the laws of thermodynamics. Laws of thermodynamics. You know, first law and second law is there. Two laws are there. First law, it is saying that energy, you know, different forms of energy or kinds of energies are there. Here different types of energies. Here energy is transforming from one form to another form. It is neither created nor destroyed. Energy is transforming into means different forms. It is transforming from one form to another form, but it is not created nor destroyed. Okay, that is the first law of thermodynamics. Here solar energy example. Solar energy is converted into chemical energy. Like that, transformation is there, but here there is no destruction or creation of the energy. Next, second law is saying that the energy during the transfer of energy from one trophic level to another trophic level, some amount of energy will be lost. Some amount of energy will be lost. For example, in the like a respiration, okay, some amount of heat energy will be lost. Here, that is not coming back. That is not coming back. Means here, that is unavailable. Unavailable. The energy dispersed is in the form of unavailable heat energy. That is known as entropy. How much amount of energy dispersed? That is unavailable for the living organism. That is unavailable. Here, that term that is known as entropy. Here, second law is saying that it is a transformation. Okay, transformation is there, but during the transfer of energy from one trophic level to another trophic level, there is a loss of some amount of energy. Not only that, good amount of energy will be lost there. Okay, about 90% of energy will be lost. That is lost. That lost energy and which is unavailable for the utilization purpose. What is happening? That term is known as the lost energy, or the unavailable form of energy is known as entropy. Unavailable. Okay, some amount of energy is dispersed or unavailable for the utilization. That is known as entropy. And you all know, after entropy also, some amount of material, living material will be there. That also giving energy for the next trophic levels. The next trophic levels. Okay, this is about the energy flow is depending upon, or it is based on the laws of thermodynamics. First law and second law. First law is saying that the energy can be transformed from one form to another form. It is neither created nor destroyed. And the second law is saying that it is not spontaneous unless some amount of energy is disappeared. Here some amount of, not some, more amount of energy is lost or dispersed or becoming unavailable for the utilization. Here entropy, that is known as entropy. Total 90% of energy is lost by the organism for the metabolic processes. Like that, some amount of energy will be lost, dispersed. That is known as entropy. Okay, and the study of energy flow from one trophic level to means various trophic levels. The energy is transferring. No, that is known as, the study is known as bioenergetics. And here, sun. For example, 100% of energy is given by the sun and 50% is only photosynthetically active radiation, and more than 50% it is reaching back to the atmosphere, and 2 to 10% is captured by the plants, and 1 to 5% only gross primary production. And the solar energy trapped by the producer, and it will be converted into chemical energy. This chemical energy only entering into the primary consumer, secondary consumer, and the tertiary consumer, and top carnivores also.